Welcome back. Well, we're still discussing the fact or the signing of the amendment bill. But let's look at the elections generally. The election is just about 6 weeks away, I think. And are Nigerians ready?
I think Nigerians are ready. And if I'm to take my own opinion, I think um, it might be selfish of me, but I'd rather we just allow the continuation to go on. Because
no,
yeah,
that sounds like you're campaigning.
I'm not campaigning. I want to say this because we have so many people. Look at what panned out 2 days ago. Was it 2 days ago? Yesterday, when we had the rowdy session at the NAS.
The presentation of the budget.
It was uncalled for. It was uncalled for, because if we want to move this nation forward, we should think Nigeria first. So, to answer your question, if we want Nigeria, are we ready? Yes, we are ready, because we want everything. Because business are slowing down. Everyone, foreign investors are holding on. They want the election to go pass before they now invest. So a whole lot of things. We just want it done and be over with. But to say we are not ready will be something, because we have some people who have seen power as their dynasty, and they still want to come back.
Well, is it going to be different? I mean, we've had a couple of things coming up. We had the not too young to run bill. We have a whole lot of presidential candidates, in this election, unlike that of 2015, that, it was a major, Is this election going to be different, or we're just doing same or the same?
For me personally, I think there's an element of fatigue to the entire process. I don't know if I would particularly share Hamid's conclusion that we're essentially ready. I think attitudinally, there is this element of fatigue, because unlike in 2015, we have a situation where the two main political parties now have a governing record that Nigerians can benchmark their promises to. And for a significant proportion of Nigerians, it is not exactly clear to them that those two governing records suggest to them that they have very good options on the table. Now, the challenge, like you pointed out, with the multiplicity of other candidates, is that apart from the two main political parties, all of the other political parties do not have enough of not only a geographical spread, but also the in-depth underground political networks which would underpin any of their candidacies with any form of seriousness. And so for Nigerians, they feel trapped, I think, between two relatively terrible options. And that's me putting it nicely.
Do you agree with him that it seems Nigerians do not have enough options or alternatives?
We do have alternatives, but Nigeria is just, we are peculiarly different. Because if you won't give me another axe right now, because I see no reason why that so-called party is raising its heads again. If we are really Nigerians, because we know what happened to this country in the past 16 years.
So are Nigerians giving the younger or the upcoming parties, are Nigerians giving them a chance?
Nigerians are not giving them a chance, because I think backstage I was actually talking to him about another candidate in Lagos that is actually coming up, the House of Reps, that regardless of the fact that he's not with a known party, I think if we are in our right senses, I mean the young Nigerians, I think they should vote for that person. If you want me to call his name, I'll go to... seriously, because I should?
No, please.
Because I think if we really want it right, this is the only country we have. Nigerians are only Nigerians whenever we are outside the shores of this country. That's when you now see an Igbo person, a Hausa person saying, that's my brother there. But whenever we are in Nigeria, I don't know where our brains are. That's when we now see these political or ethnological or religious divide.
So it sounds like it's on Nigerians themselves and not majorly on the political class. Are Nigerians ready? We go back to that question. Are Nigerians ready for a change? Are Nigerians ready for something new?
Some people do not know what is new. Some people do not know what is actually change. I would love a younger president. But is the younger president who's going to be the sheriff in town do things the way we would want it to be done? Or would he be emulating the people he had actually seen as his mentors? So it's a yin yang thing. Have always been having a mental somersault towards, are we ready or are we not ready? Should you be appointed as a minister, that is when you now see your kinsman now saying, oh, I know her, she was very rude, arrogant, bossy, blah, 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 blah. Not saying if you are capable of actually fitting that role. So, it's my own opinion. I can't lord my opinion on everybody, but I would say I think we are ready if we want it really, really. We are ready.
Well, there's still if there, so.
Yeah. There's if. But I would say we are ready. As far as I'm concerned, we are ready for change. How we want it.
The change that we want is up to us.
It's up to us, honestly.
All right, thank you so much, Ikemesi Tefrion, for joining us on this
Pleasure.
episode of the program, and Hamid Bakare. It was really nice speaking with you both.
Thank you for having us.
All right, the program continues now, but now we'll see the most viewed videos of the past week.
This week's most viewed videos begins with the video of Senate President Dr. Bukola Saraki stating reasons why presidential candidate of the PDP voted into office come the 2019 elections.
The man that can bring food to the table, the man that can fight security, the man that can unite Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar. Yama, it is about food, it's about security, and we'll vote Atiku Abubakar. Because he understands it, he knows how to make jobs, he knows how to make factory work, he knows how to unite Nigeria. That is why we'll vote Atiku Abubakar.
In fourth is the PDP launch of their presidential campaign in the northwest region of Nigeria.
Oshimole is on his own in this whole thing. There's no presidency support for him to...
Third Sport sees the video of Imo State Governor Rochester Okorocha asking President Muhammadu Buhari to intervene in some hitches in the APC.
I would simply say it's not with the consent of the presidency, he's on his own. I also requested that Oshimole must learn to obey, respect the rule of law and obey court orders where they apply. This issue of throwing court orders as tissue papers must stop. It doesn't reflect the image of our party. He must act quickly to fix the integrity of this party because his coming in ought to have brought in joy into the party and not sadness.
I think that a subsidy, at least a minimal subsidy, is useful now. And that's why I think that the subsidy regime is one that we can tolerate, but obviously we must remove it as time goes on. But we can't remove it immediately.
In second is the subsidy debate between the vice presidential candidates of the PDP and APC during the vice presidential debate.
Well, what we are subsidizing today is inefficiency. If you get it right, the price will still come down. There's no way a country can have a budget of 340 billion naira for health, which translates to 5 naira a day for its citizens, and then pay 1 trillion for subsidy.
And First Sport is the claim by a vice presidential candidate of the YPP, Umar Getso, that fuel subsidy is nothing but a scam to a typical Nigerian.
There was subsidy removal and still subsidy removal, and nothing has been done. I still had them saying they are still paying subsidy, and the lives of Nigerians have not improved, and we've not seen anything substantial or something tangible on the ground. So to be candid, subsidy to a typical Nigerian is just a scam. That's how I will call it, the way President Buhari once said it in the newspaper. Thank you.
The discussion continues on our various social media platforms, and we're always glad to hear from you. But that's it on this episode of the program. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ini John Mekwa.